Hi, Kirill. Nice to see more work from you. Let's take a look at this set of essays tonight. Let's see. This is about students and whether they should work before they study. So let's see what you said about this. Nowadays, many people believe that taking some time off for work between high school and university is a positive development. This essay will analyze this issue using examples from the UK government and Oxford University to demonstrate points to prove arguments. Okay. So, Kirill, I suspect that we've talked about this before. There's a very direct question in this essay. Okay, actually, there's two. Do you think it's better, and why, or why not, presumably? You didn't answer it. You told us what many people think, but you didn't tell us what you think, and that's what the essay is asking you. So, this is pretty important when it comes to task achievement because if you look at the band descriptors, they say that you have to have a clear position throughout the response, and throughout means from the beginning to the end. So the easiest way you can do that is by answering whatever question or questions or command is in the essay to answer it in your introduction. Okay, all right, let's move on. To begin with, some people, instead of jumping into college after high school, take all right. Um, I would have preferred this elsewhere, but that's okay. Uh, some people, instead of jumping into college after high school, take a gap year to gain valuable work experience and save money that will help them while in university. This is because students try to land a job near the field that interests them and therefore can help to understand if they are choosing the right major. For example, recent empirical research by the UK government demonstrated that 90% of those students who took a gap year for work stated that it helped them to decide which career suits them better, and later they. Mm, that's a little awkward in terms of the tense. So let's say who took a gap year stated, and later they were successful in university studies. That would have been better. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that working before entering college might give the clarity to decide whether or not college is actually for you. Okay. I'm not entirely sure. You're not saying that that's not the main point of this paragraph here. Okay, it's not to decide whether or not college is for you. Look at what the rest of the paragraph talked about. It saves money while you're in university. Or it saves money that will help them while, yeah, it'll save money for when you are in your university. And then it'll help you figure out if you're choosing the right job. And then not only that, but it also helps these people become more successful. So it's not whether college is right for these kids or not, but it's a wonderful way to prepare students for university. So that would have been a better conclusion sentence here for me. Okay. It also should be taken into consideration that a year off from education can afford the perfect opportunity to volunteer. This is because potential employers love to see volunteer work on a professional resume. For example, an extensive study by Oxford University showed that volunteering during a gap year helps students not only improve their chances for a lucrative future career, but also helps students, okay, but also uh, give back to their community would have been better. This will also go a long way. You said also already. Look, also. So careful with that. This will go a long way in helping students to gain perspective, especially if they are in a field in which they might be interested in studying. Okay. Subsequently, it is possible to state beyond doubt that volunteer work before academic study in university has its advantages. Okay. Fine. To conclude from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that taking some time off for work after high school is a positive development, especially for those students who do not have clarity regarding their future career. In the future, it is predicted that more students will use the opportunity to work before entering university. Okay, let me see one thing. Okay, so look at this. You talked about work before university study. So that's what the question was asking you. So I am not 100% sure that this was completely on topic because it's talking about work. I guess you could say that volunteer work is also work. So I do have some reservations. I do have some concerns, but I suppose it's okay because you could call it volunteer work and that it's a form of work. So I'll allow it, I guess. It's fine. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Okay. I think it's all right. So, it's fine. I told you what I thought some of my concerns were. My concerns were with the lack of a position in your introduction. That was my first big concern. And then my second concern was regarding the cohesion of your first body paragraph. As you saw, it wasn't really as tightly organized as it should have been. And so those are the things that I want you to be careful for. But grammatically and everything else, I thought you did a nice job. You had some nice vocabulary. You had words like lucrative. That's nice. Give back to their community is nice. Clarity is you said clarity actually a few times. Okay. But on the whole, I thought it was pretty good. Okay. So good job with your essay. Just be careful with those things that I pointed out. And let's talk now about your task one. So, okay, you having an item made. Fine. So, well, first of all, no, it's not two. It should be dear. Okay. There will be some sort of an instruction on the test paper that says begin your letter dear dot dot dot, and so that's what you have to follow. So it should never it shouldn't be, okay, it shouldn't be two. So dear St. John's Custom Shop, I'm ready to request, careful with the grammar here, I'm writing to request, how about this, a custom design new acoustic guitar. All right, that would have been a more appropriate way of saying this. A custom design new acoustic guitar. Allow me to go into a bit of detail regarding the situation, requirements, and urgency of this new instrument. I like that. Good. Basically, careful with this. That sounds a little informal. Okay, so get rid of it and just start with our local band has received an invitation to join the string trio on their upcoming tour next month. Therefore, I decided to request not to manufacture. That's a little awkward. You don't request to manufacture something because that's as if you're manufacturing it. So, therefore, I decided to request the construction or the creation of a special acoustic electric guitar to be able to plug in while playing on stage. That's strange. If it's electric, then it's not acoustic. Unless I'm wrong, unless I don't know. It's possible I'm wrong. But okay. Um what item do you need? Why do you need it? Okay. I basically feel there's that word basically. I kind of feel like this paragraph is a little informal. I think you could have been a little more formal with this, just changing it around a little. All right. You don't need to go into like personal details and so forth. So, okay, the urgency of the new equipment, the instrument. Let me see. Um, oh, how could you have done this? Our local music band has received an invitation to join a string trio on its upcoming tour next month. Therefore, it is required that I have a new acoustic guitar in order to play along with them. Something like that. It just, you're not going into like, I decided to do this. That just feels a little informal. Okay? All right, let's see. Firstly, as we all know, most guitars have 6 strings. However, the variation needed is a 12-string guitar where each string is doubled with another one sounding the identical pitch, creating a rich chorus effect. I'm not so sure about this expression. Steel strings to be installed. All right, careful with your grammar. Steel strings need to be installed. Size 1252 for the main strings from top to bottom without the. The guitar should be made 1 inch thicker than the classical standard, but its shape should be kept the same to have a greater volume. The preferred materials are rosewood and mahogany with brick-colored paddock strips glued to strengthen the neck-body joint. Well, you really do know your guitars, don't you? How about this? A pick guard under the sound hole is mandatory to prevent the pick from striking the top and scratching the body. Okay, good. I wish to have my guitar delivered by express mail no later than the end of next month. Should you have any questions regarding my order, please do not hesitate to contact me personally on the phone number listed below. Yours faithfully. Okay, fine. Let's see. Did you miss anything? Let me just take a quick look. All right. Well, I'm surprised that they're just 2 bullets. As you probably know, there's usually like 4 things you have to talk about. So there's 3 bullets, and then there's one last one, which is a more general kind of thing. Um, so I thought this was okay. I mean, it was good. You did well overall. Like I said, there was a little bit of informality, and then I think your instructions about how you want it were very, very detailed. So I didn't have an issue with that. I thought that was good. In general, it's a good set. I think you're doing very well. So keep it up. You're doing great. I hope you feel that you're improving. Okay. So let's meet back here with your next set of essays, and I'll be looking forward to it. So good luck.